The prologue our host upon his stirrup stood anon, and said, Good men, hearken every one, this was a thrifty tale for the nuns. Sir parish priest, quoth he, for God's bones, tell us a tale, as was thy forward yore, I see well that ye learned men in lore can much good, by God's dignity. The parson him answered, Bendicit. What ails the man, so sinfully to swear? Our host answered, O Jankin, be ye there? Now, good men, quoth our host, hearken to me. I smell a lollard in the wind, quoth he. Abide, for God's digny passion, for we shall have a predication, this lollard here will preachen us somewhat. Nay, by my father's soul, that shall he not, said the shipman, here shall he not preach, he shall no gospel glows here nor teach. We all believe in the great God, quoth he. He would us some difficulty, or springe cockle in our clean corn. And therefore, host, I warn thee beforn, my jolly body shall a tale tell, and I shall clinky you so merry a bell, that I shall waken all this company, but it shall not be of philosophy, nor of physic, nor terms quaint of law, there is but little Latin in my maw. The tale. A merchant whilom dwelled at Saint Denis, that rich was, for which men held him wise. A wife he had of excellent beauty, and companyable and revelous was she, which is a thing that causeth more dispence than worth is all the cheer and reverence that men them do at feasts and at dances. Such salutations and countenances passen, as doth the shadow on the wall, put woe is him that paye must for all. The selly husband algate he must pay, he must us clothe and he must us array all for his own worship richly, in which array we dance jollily. And if that he may not, paraventure, or else list not such dispence endure, but think that is wasted and why lost, then must another paye for our cost, or lend us gold, and that is perilous. This noble merchant held a noble house, for which he had all day so great repair, for his largesse, and for his wife was fair, that wonder is, but hearken to my tale. Amongst all these guests great and small, there was a monk, a fair man and a bold, I trow a 30 winter he was old, that ever in one was drawing to that place. This young monk, that was so fair of face, acquainted was so with this good man, since that their first saint knowledge began, that in his house as familiar was he as it is possible any friend to be. And, for as much as this good man, and eke this monk of which that I began, were both the two born in one village, the monk him claimed, as for cousinage, and he again him said not once nay, but was as glad thereof as fowl of day, for to his heart it was a great pleasance. Thus be they knit with eternal alliance, and each of them gan other to assure of brotherhood while that their life may dure. As in that house, and full of diligence to do pleasance, and also great costage, he not forgot to give the least page in all that house, but, after their degree, he gave the Lord, and sithen his many, when that he came, some manner honest thing, for which they were as glad of his coming as fowl is fain when that the sun upriseth. No more of this as now, for it sufficeth. But so befell, this merchant on a day showed him to make ready his array toward the town of Bruges for to fare, to buy there a portion of ware, for which he hath to Paris sent anon a messenger, and prayed hath Dan John that he should come to Saint Denis, and play with him, and with his wife, a day or tway, ere he to Bruges went, in alla wise. This noble monk, of which I you devise, had of his abbot, as him list, license, because he was a man of high prudence, and eke an officer out for to ride, to see their granges and their barns wide, and unto Saint Denis he came anon. Who was so welcome as my lord Dan John, our dear cousin, full of courtesy. With him he brought a jug of malvoisie, and eke another full of fine vernage, and volatile, as I was his usage, and thus I let them eat, and drink, and play, this merchant and this monk, a day or tway. The 30th day the merchant upariseth, and on his needy sadly him adviseth.